guys, it's Nasim here. Now, after going back and using the Galaxy S22 Plus for a good amount of time now, the one thing that kept coming to my mind after using it on a day-to-day basis was this one simple statement that I think explains the Galaxy S22 Plus pretty perfectly. And that statement is, I think that the Galaxy S22 Plus is still the best phone that Samsung has released this year. And I say this because unlike the S22 Ultra, the S22 Plus is the only phone in the lineup that has not caused any issues amongst the average user. And that's why I say that it's not only the best, but it's also the most well-balanced phone that Samsung had this year. The S22 Plus had a really good battery that can last you all day. It has a really great display that offers a premium visual experience. It's capable of running Android software better than any Android this year, and it has a top tier camera system that can compete with any other flagship. And even when we look at the S22 Plus and not compare it to any other flagship, I feel like it's a great standalone phone that will please anyone who's willing to try it, despite it only being a secondary flagship. But besides that, I wanted to give you guys an idea of how good the S22 Plus is and why I think that this is a top tier phone that is worth the upgrade if you're considering a new phone. And now the first thing that I wanted to look at when it comes to how the Galaxy S22 Plus holds up after 2 months was the display. Now the Galaxy S22 Plus has a 6.6-inch dynamic AMOLED display that felt really smooth even after using it for an extended amount of time. Whenever I was scrolling through the OS, I never got any screen lags, and I really appreciated how much the 120Hz refresh rate made it feel even more premium. The haptics were also really great. I really liked how sharp and fast it was whenever I pressed on an app. Even when my phone would get hot, the haptics never failed me and was still able to work unlike the regular S22. The size on the S22 Plus was also something that I really enjoyed. It wasn't as big as the S22 Ultra, and it also had rounded corners, so it was much easier to hold. But it also wasn't as small as the regular S22, which meant that I got the benefit of having a better visual experience when watching videos and playing games. Something else that was good about the S22 Plus was how bright the screen was. Like whenever I would go to work, I would be outside and turn the brightness up, and I had no problem seeing the screen at no surprise. And also it was much better compared to any other phone in this price range. Now the last thing that I liked about the S22 Plus's display was how good the resolution was. Like right here, you can see me watching the video and the contrast was good, but at times could be too much. The white balance was nice, and the vibrancy was high thanks to me using the vivid mode on the screen. And to show you guys how good the display is, I'm going to show how good it looks when I'm watching the video and playing the game.
Kobe, a three again. He's got purple and gold, and all of a sudden he becomes a different player. His activity level, we've talked about it many times. Oh, how about Kobe with the reverse? The points the Lakers had in the first quarter, the fewest the Nets have given up in the first quarter this season. Bryant trying to maintain his footing, he does. Taking the baseline.
And now the next thing that I wanted to look at when it comes to how the Galaxy S22 Plus holds up after 2 months was the software. Now the S22 Plus was one of the first phones this year that could handle Android 12 really well. The smoothness was something that I really appreciated because even after 2 months, there was only 3 times where I got minor lags, and even right after that, it worked perfectly fine. The S22 Plus was also able to handle power heavy apps really well. Like whenever I would play heavy games, I rarely got any hiccups, even when I would play for an extended amount of time. And the only problem was that the phone would heat up a little, but not to the point where it bothered me like on the regular S22. And now the last thing that I liked about the One UI was how smooth it was able to work when it came to multitasking, sharing media, and even how it was able to save all my passwords to my Samsung devices. But overall, it still had that One UI smoothness that even with minor bugs was a joy of using. And if you're considering getting this phone, then using less power heavy apps will improve the performance and minimize the bugs. And now the next thing that I wanted to look at when it comes to how the Galaxy S22 Plus holds up after 2 months was the battery life. Now after 2 months with the S22 Plus, I still managed to get a day of use even when I would play heavy games for an extended amount of time. On a daily basis, I was getting 5 to 8 hours of on-screen time, which was a good amount of usage. Whenever I would play heavy games, I would end my day with about 15% battery left, which was really good. And whenever I didn't use any power heavy apps, I would end my day with about 30% battery left, which was enough juice to last me through the night. The charging was also pretty fast. Whenever I used my 45 watt fast charger, I would plug my phone in for a short amount of time whenever I needed a juice, and I would get enough to finish strong throughout the night. Even when compared to the S22 Ultra, the charge times and battery life were pretty much the same. So overall, I will say that the battery on the S22 Plus was really good, and if you're someone who's looking to get this phone, then it will be able to last you all day with no problems, even if you're using power heavy apps. And now the next thing that I wanted to look at when it comes to how the Galaxy S22 Plus holds up after 2 months was the speakers. Now the bass on the S22 Plus was the only part of the speaker that I say was kind of lacking. It didn't really hit hard at all, and whenever I would play music out loud on my phone, the bass was so low that I ultimately just put headphones on when it came to certain songs. And the only reason why I would play videos out loud was because of how loud and clear the vocals were. Watching YouTube videos enhanced my visual experience, and was the only reason that the speakers were enjoyable. And to give you guys an example of how the speakers sound, here's a video of me watching the video with the sound on.
Kobe says it's about time. Kobe tonight has played 19 minutes and he has the ball posting up over Rosen on its way. Good. That's a good idea. Run that forward to guard screen, and that way Kobe gets a smaller player on him. Stripped by Bryant, taken by D'Angelo. Kobe steps back for a long two. That's a long two for Kobe.
And now the final thing that I wanted to look at when it comes to how the Galaxy S22 Plus holds up after 2 months was the cameras. Now the Galaxy S22 Plus has a 50 megapixel wide camera that was able to take photos no matter how tough the environment was, and was also able to record high quality videos. Like right here, you can see my outside daytime photos, and I will say that these were really good pictures that turned out really well. The skies were very vibrant yet color accurate. The trees and other aspects of nature were very smooth. My face looked pretty color accurate, especially when compared to last year's version, where it would look lighter at times, and the overall vibrancy of the outside pictures were pretty great to no surprise. Now when we look at the inside daytime photos, I will say that these were also really great. Like right here, you can see that there was no graininess no matter how dark it got, and my selfies were top notch when compared to other flagships. Quality got much better, the sharpness was still great, and the colors were very accurate, which definitely redeemed the camera overall. And when it came to video quality, the S22 Plus had one of the best to offer, and to give you guys an example, here's some videos that I took on it. So here it is, my final question. Is the Galaxy S22 Plus the best Galaxy in the lineup? Well, the answer is yes. And this was easily my favorite phone in the Galaxy series. It didn't have any problems and was just overall a really good phone. And there it is, my final review on the Galaxy S22 Plus. Now let me know down below, do you think that the Galaxy S22 Plus is the best Galaxy that Samsung has released this year? Let me know. And if you guys made it to the end of this video, I would like to say thank you for sticking around, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It will be very appreciated. And as far as social media, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.